So this is the impact zebra and quagga mussels have on industrial pipes, on boats, on shores, and even on other aquatic species. As you can see, they latch onto pretty much everything that is available. But how can a lake go from being pristine to being invaded? Invasive mussels are transported from lake to lake via boats. When a boat leaves a contaminated lake and goes into a clean one, it contributes to the propagation of the exotic species. 9 times out of 10, this is how zebra and quagga mussels are introduced into a lake. The spreading of invasive mussels is going from east to west, rapidly reaching BC. The impact on the Okanagan Basin would be massive. The invasion of zebra mussels would cost annually $42 million to its surrounding municipalities through infrastructure costs, fishing, and tourism loss.
To avoid these costs and to prevent mussels invasion, the municipalities currently have one solution. It is to install a boat washing station which decontaminates the hull and trailer before launching. But the implementation creates new pains, such as the research and the assembly of numerous parts. Even after that, a boat that enters the Okanagan Basin would only be half washed. That's because an important part of the boat is not decontaminated: ballasts. Ballasts are cavities in a boat that are filled with the lake's water to create bigger waves when practicing nautical sports. We know for a fact that 50% of the propagation of exotic species is caused by those cavities. A contaminated boat can carry as much as 2,000 mussel larvae in its ballasts. Knowing that very few can lead to the invasion of the lake, it is as important to wash the ballast system as the rest of the boat. In brief, the washing methods available right now do not solve the entire problem, and this is where we step in. I'm Olivier Arpin, and here's my colleague Mathis Tessier. We are Ozero, and this is how we intend to preserve our Canadian lakes.
We've developed a washing station for watercraft which not only decontaminates the hull and the trailer, but also the ballast. To wash the hull, we use the same technology municipalities are used to, which is basically a pressure washer with hot water. Our competitive edge is that we also wash the ballast. To do so, we use active suction cups to fix our system onto the boat and fill the ballast with hot water, just as seen on screen. Using hot water as a decontamination product enables us to kill mussels and other invasive species while still being eco-friendly.
Our team has been working full-time on the project since May, and we achieved lots in the past few months. We managed to raise $60,000 through wage subsidy, competition grants, and sponsorships. This helped us in finalizing the design and the assembly of our MVP, which is the technology to decontaminate the ballast system. We also talked about it with 37 municipalities in Quebec, and most of them are already interested in our product. So we decided to install our system in a trailer to facilitate transportation. Then, this summer, we will travel from municipality to municipality, showcasing our product around Quebec. Working with different early adopters will help us understand their way of working and perfect our product. On top of that, these demonstrations will promote our MVP and sensitize people about the importance of washing ballasts. This is the first major step of our go-to-market strategy. The next step will be to offer the complete station to Quebec municipalities. This could represent 800 sales. After being well established in Quebec, we want to address the Canadian market, representing 5,000 sales prospects. But most importantly, this represents thousands of opportunities for Ozero to have a positive impact on aquatic ecosystems.
Our cost and market analysis are based on several interviews made with potential clients. Units will be sold directly to municipalities for $35,000, and our cost to manufacture is under $20,000. We then offer a 10-year maintenance plan. For our clients, this means effortless management of their washing station. For us, it means a recurring revenue stream that would assure income stability in the future. We also did our cash flow budget for the next 3 years, and this led to our KPIs. For this summer, we aim to visit at least 5 municipalities and wash a minimum of 100 boats. 1 year from now, we want to have made our first 2 sales with influential municipalities. We also want to have a partnership with the Union of Quebec Municipalities to better showcase our product throughout the province. Then, 3 years from now, we aim to have made a total of 13 sales in Quebec. Achieving these indicators will ensure the viability of Ozero throughout time. We will then be able to expand our market to the west of Canada.
To get there, we have important next step. Starting next week, we will be at Lac Mégantic's launching ramp, our main partner, and we will be operating our MVP. Then, during July and August, we will offer day-to-day ballast washing services all around Quebec. Our presence in the field this summer will deepen our knowledge of future clients and help us make our first sales. We'll also do water analysis on decontaminated ballast to quantify the number of invasive species we counter. This will show municipalities how important it is to wash ballasts. In the meantime, we will deposit a provisional patent. This will protect our technology for the next year while giving us enough time to commercialize our product and pursue the full patent. We'll also continue working on our co-founders agreement to be ready for incorporation in early 2021. Later this year, we'll finish the design for the complete washing station. A final prototype will be built and showcased to municipalities. And that's how we would use the AquaHacking prize money.
We are a team of senior undergraduates in mechanical engineering. As we are all from the same background, we surrounded ourselves with complementary mentors. We work with Jacques Cloutier, who helps us build a viable business model, and with Isabelle Arsenault, a biology expert who helps us optimize our decontamination process. On top of that, the Quebec Ministry of Environment often reviews our product and recently approved it for testing. As a team, we can help municipalities around the Okanagan Basin solve a $42 million problem with a $35,000 solution. And together, we can stop the spread of invasive mussels in our Canadian lakes. Thank you.
Thank you, Team Ozero. And we will now move to 10 minutes for questions from the judges.
So you say municipalities are your customers, that's the initial customers? And yes. Is it one station per lake or one station per municipality?
It's one station per municipality.
Okay. Thank you.
And have you engaged a number of municipalities and got feedback from them?
Yeah, of the 37 municipalities we talked to, about 25 are really interested for us to go at their launching ramp and test our MVP. So yeah, we're about one call away from being at their launching ramp. So yeah, everything's all set.
You mentioned that Quebec's Ministry of Environment has validated your product. Can you walk us through the steps you took to make this happen?
Yeah, so first we contacted the Quebec Ministry of Environment a while back to talk about our problematic and explain our project and how we were approaching it. So they got really interested into our project. So we started recently talking to them more and more frequently. So about twice a month. And because we want to test our product on the municipalities this summer, we decided to make it more official and ask them for their approval and to review our product so that they would make sure that municipalities have no problems and no fears and nothing like that. So that's how it went.
So you got an official approval from...
Yeah, we got an official approval from the Quebec Ministry of Environment.
So walk me through, you sell one of these to the municipality, and then the municipality's officials, their personnel, use this equipment. And do you come back and maintain it sometimes, however, whatever frequency you do that on? And am I right so far?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay. And then what happens to the wastewater that your system has used? Like you've basically sterilized the ballast water. What happens to that? And is that part of your solution, or is that something now the municipality has to deal with if they buy your product?
Yeah, we designed the prototype and the product itself to being able to add some technology to recirculate the water and to reuse the water, to not waste the water first and for energy consumption. And but for now, it's not fully done yet. So the municipalities, when they have their washing station, the ground itself is made for to prevent the water from going in the lake. So there's a safe distance from the lake, and the soil is soaking the water. So there's no possible way to infest the lake with the solution.
I see. Okay.
I really like the solution. I think there's definitely a need. The only thing I'm having a little difficulty trying to kind of figure out, say, scaling up of your business? What would the business look like, say, 10 years from now? How, I guess, in simple forms, how big is the market? Like, can this be a $10 million business, or is it a $1 million business?
As we mentioned, there's about 5,000 sales like opportunities in Canada. But yeah, for the business to grow and grow more, the south of the USA is really interesting because they have these boats going from lake to lake all year round. So when the Canadian market will be saturated, let's say, we could go to USA, and we evaluated that the market itself for only the north of USA and Canada, it's about a $1 billion market.
We just to complete on that, we're also currently looking into a different solution to diversify our proposition value. So we found some opportunities to sell information about the zebra mussels we collect and water analysis we do to the Quebec Ministry of Environment, who's ready to pay for it. So it's like a contract service, they call it in French. So we were ready to engage into that this summer also to add more money into the income of Ozero, but due to COVID was delayed. So it will probably go back to it next summer. So it's an additional income that the company will make.
Thank you. And is the technology patentable, or is it something that anybody can build?
Sorry,
I didn't understand the question. Sorry.
The technology that you have built, is there something really special that you can actually patent and own, or is it fairly kind of mainstream kind of products that you've used to build this?
Yeah, so actually there's nobody, but mostly nobody in Canada that washes the ballast, and no one in the US. So there's only one place in Manitoba that does it, but it's a very long process. It's about 1 hour long, so it's not really a competitor for us. It's very different method of doing. So the ballast washing station is something very innovative that no one is doing. So that's where we think the patent will go to. But the full washing station, which would include also the pressure washer with hot water for the hull and the trailer, that has already been made. So what we do is we, how can I say it, like bonify the current solution used, we make it better and more complete.
Thank you.
Hi, if I'm not mistaken, regarding the patent, in your timeline, you're going to have your provisional application before incorporating as a company. Is there a reason for that?
In fact, the provisional patent is only like because there's here in Quebec, and we've talked all about it, and yeah, there's an advantage doing it because of the time lapse that it helps. Even if, let's say, the patent itself is not approved, we have like a year that we can commercialize and develop the market. So that's why we want to do it as quickly as possible, because we know we want to be incorporated, but because of we're still at school, so we just want to finish our school to be concentrated only on the project. So we just need to wait 6 months. So we will be incorporated in 6 months. That's why.
Okay, thanks.
Have you got advice from a patent lawyer? Like, it's what I love about it is very simple design in that, but will it be easy to patent?
I'm sorry, I didn't get the question. I think you kind of like that a bit.
The technology is very simple, which sometimes makes patenting harder. And I'm wondering if you've addressed that or got advice from a patent lawyer at all at this time.
Yeah, we've actually talked to different mentors about it who have experience into patents, but we have a meeting with a patent agent this week, actually, so Wednesday. So we'll be sure, and I will start writing it actually this week.
So for the question, yeah, there's a way of patenting the solution, and as Mathis say, we will discuss about this Wednesday. So that's how we make sure there's something to patent about.
So I have a follow-up. Most of the municipalities, and I work a lot with municipalities, most of them are broke. They have very little money. They have a long list of things that they're trying to pay for. So have you considered how, as part of your pitch strategy to municipalities, how can they offload the costs of this?
Yeah, so what we plan on doing is a bit what we did with the pitch. So it's prove how much money they actually have to lose. So if we take the example we use about the Okanagan Basin, it was proved that the invasion of zebra mussel would actually cost annually $42 million to the municipalities. So doing basic cases about it for municipalities who are trying to sell our product we think will help us sell the product. And that's why we're starting first with bigger municipalities. For example, in Quebec, there's Memphremingog, Saint-Sauveur, and Lac-Mégantic. That will be more like influential municipalities, will be the main faces of our product. And it will be easier then to approach smaller municipalities and explain it to them what they have to lose with the invasion of an exotic species like the zebra mussel.
Because what's the per unit cost of one of these?
It's $35,000.
There's about 25 seconds left.
The $35,000. It's funny. I had a similar thought there to the one just mentioned about the ability to pay or the desire to pay or the need to pay. Some of the impacts will be had by power stations. Inlets to power plants is a big thing. I wonder if the people that are going to incur the cost are the same people that are going to have to incur the benefit, or the cost of solving the problem. It's just important to get that connection point really clear, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.